Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage, and this is just a quick video on Phoenix Point because I wanted to highlight some of the differences with the movement system or the action point system, because a few people have watched the video that Julian did that was on IGN and think that the game just uses a two-movement or a two-point action system like the modern Firaxis XComs do. However, that is not the case. It actually uses a hybrid system that is kind of a mix between the two action point system and the time unit system from the original 1990s XCOM. So hopefully I'm going to be able to demonstrate that here for you now. So I'm just going to start by just throwing down 5 grunts here on the map just so that we can show this off. So the first thing is, if I select any single unit, you will notice that they have a blue line and an orange line, and that is very much like the two action point system from the modern day XComs. So what you can do is you can move within the blue area and you can still take an action such as shooting, throwing a grenade, or using an ability, or you could move into the blue area and then to make a second move into the orange area, which then ends that soldier's turn. They've used both of their actions. Or if you wanted to, you could just dash straight into the orange zone, a dash move, which again uses all of your action points and your soldier is no longer able to do anything. However, as I said, it is a hybrid system and there are some differences. So first of all, if you were to play the modern day XCOM and you were to just move one tile, for example, that would use up your first movement. Your first action point would be consumed moving anywhere within this blue box. But if I just click here and move a single tile, you can see I'm still within the blue box. I can move a single tile again. So this is more reminiscent of the time unit system that was in the original XCOM, that would allow you to nudge forwards one tile at a time. So the reason most people would use that is if you wanted to be very, very careful. If you thought there was an alien around a corner, you didn't want to just run all the way forwards and trigger an alien, and then you've used both of your action points and you wouldn't be able to do anything. Again, things have changed slightly in this game. So if we take this soldier, for example, we can't currently see any aliens, but there's normally one around here somewhere. But what I'm going to do, for the purposes of demonstration, is just get this soldier to dash as far away as he can, and I'm going to take him right to the very end of his movement range here. And again, if this was the modern day XCOM, running here would actually consume all of our action points and we wouldn't be able to do anything. So let's go ahead and get him to dash there. And as you can see, we've now spotted an enemy. As soon as we spot that enemy, our movement actually gets interrupted and I can reissue orders. So I can either move down here and get out of line of sight, or I can go ahead and duck around behind cover. So again, that is a departure from the two-point action system. Now, we also have a number of abilities we can use. So another change to Phoenix Point, moving away from the two action point system, is the use of a resource called willpower, which you can see down here on the character's portrait. Now, willpower is a resource that is spent to activate abilities. So abilities aren't actually on cooldowns anymore, you just have to spend a resource. Now, you actually gain willpower by killing aliens, and also you can regain it by using this ability here if you haven't moved. And you lose willpower by being shot and using your abilities. So there is a limit to how much you can use your abilities. You can't sit there and just spam them every turn because you'll run out of willpower, but it does mean that you don't have abilities on cooldown. So what we could do, for example, if I can move one of my soldiers into a position where he can take a shot at something. Let's go ahead and move this soldier over here into the blue zone. You'll see that I have a yellow line and a red line emanating from that tile. That's because I will have a flanked shot on this alien over here, and I will have a cover shot on an alien that's hiding up here somewhere. So let's move into that position there. So that has used my first action point, and I'm now within the orange zone. So I'm going to go ahead and take a shot. And I'm going to take a shot at this alien here. Now, he'll probably return fire, but let's go ahead and shoot him anyway. So now that I have shot, that has used my, my second action and ended that soldier's turn. He will unfortunately take some return fire. So now his turn is over, but what I can actually do is I can spend 2 of my will points and use the gun and run ability, and now I can actually go and give him an additional movement and get him out of the way. So as you can see, there are some changes to the movement system. It's not a strict 2 action point system like the modern day Firaxis XCOM. It's not an overcomplicated system like the original XCOM or Xenonauts where you have to carefully manage time units, but it's a little bit of a hybrid mix in between. Bear in mind though, again, this is still a very early dev build. The game is still 18 months plus away before it's finished, so these things are likely to be changed and tweaked, but a hybrid movement system is very much what Snapshot are going for. So I hope this video has helped shed some light on the way the movement and action system works in Phoenix Point, and I'll see you guys on the next video.